calling this show Media Mania. So we have tons of drag and drive professional photographers, videographers, YouTube channels, people that do this for a living every day on the show with us tonight. Welcome to episode 116 of the Drag Driver Pete Show presented by Summit Racing. Let's jump in here. I want to know, what is your next event to attend? Let's start with Jesse.
Okay. King of the Open Road, Friday.
Dude, this weekend. Yep.
Can we do an event for enjoyment, and then I'll tell you the next one after that. So actually tomorrow night we leave on the motorcycle for Sturgis. First little vacation we're going to take, and we're going to go do some motorcycle stuff. So I'll be doing 8 hours on a motorcycle tomorrow, which will be sick. Well, 4 maybe to Cheyenne, and then 4 the next day, if weather permits. The next drag and driver automotive main event that I know of is Rocky Mountain Race Weekend, which I will not have a camera filming everybody. I will be filming myself racing the event with my Camaro. So I am so stoked to put the camera down, make some videos for myself, and go race. So we did some testing last weekend. We went 5.0s in the 8th back to back, so that should be a solid 770 pass. So Outlaw Street, we're gonna go play. We're gonna go see what we can do here. So
Outlaw Street, you're on notice.
Yeah, hopefully. We're trying to go 750s each day. But I need to get back. Honestly, though, the car has like 40 drivable miles on it. I haven't had time to go like really dial in the street stuff, and I know it doesn't cool as well as I wish it would. So we might have to get creative on that drive on my own. So it's not like I've had 2 years to dial the car in for this thing, and I'm gonna work on it the last 2 weeks. But hey, it wouldn't be right if we weren't doing it that way. So
yeah, the thrash is part of it.
Dude, James.
I'm gonna say it's required for drag and drives, right? Like you wait till the last 2 weeks and then you rush.
Yeah, I've known about that event for a year. Why would I have been ready?
I've been seeing a lot of bikes up here in Montana and Wyoming, so there's been a lot of cool rides up there. So you should have a good time at Sturgis, man.
I'm so excited. It was 10 years. We went to the 75th. This is the 85th. So I'm just ready to go. Actually, when the phone doesn't ring and you're on a bike or you can check out for a minute, that's, today when we're all connected and the phone's dinging 4,000 times a day. Sometimes you just gotta put stuff down and go get out, try to check out for a little bit.
Yeah. Daniel?
Yeah, next event for me is on Saturday. We have a big cruising here in Stockholm going on half a day till the police close to the main road. Just going about, taking pictures, talking to people, having fun. That's next thing I'm planning, and then I know there are some racing going on soon that I probably will attend to.
Yeah, what's the dates and addresses for those?
Oh yeah, I can give you the address for the police house.
Are you flying over for that one, Nards? Because if you are, can I be your stowaway, your carry-on? Carry-on?
I would love to do street weeks.
But I would say next drag and drive is probably sick week.
Awesome.
I was thinking about doing 6 Smokeokies. I don't have an income right now, enough income so I can take off that much this year. I mean, we'll see. Sick week is what I'm aiming for right now.
That's awesome. Johnny?
Next event, non-drag and drive related this weekend is Hot Summer Nights at Mocan. So a lot of small tire stuff. That's up, I believe. And then non-drag and drive related that's local. So I think my next one that I might travel for is I might ride with a buddy over somewhere in Oklahoma for H-Town Throwdown, but like a legal street race. It's usually pretty big. And then I think drag and drive might just have to be the circuit. I mean, that's kind of part of still being in high school is I can't take off once school starts. And now,
I mean, listen, in high school I barely passed, so don't go down my route. But yeah, you stay in school, do well, bud.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try and see what I can throw on the schedule, but probably the circuit will be the next one.
Sweet. Well, we should have dates on it here real soon. I'm trying to lock in the tracks right now with a date that'll work for both. So, Gary, what about you, dude?
I might go hang out at my local track this weekend just for something to do. But after that, it would be August 13th, I think. We've got some stuff going on in Western Canada. So there's an event called Hot August Night that goes on at Rad Torque Raceway, which is like a Wednesday night of all things. It's like a jet car exhibition with like Pro Mod X275 cars. And that weekend, I'm going to do Smoked Out at that same track, and then headed off to BC the weekend after for another big jet car X275 Pro Mod race called Smoke Fire Thunder in Mission, BC. And then as for a next drag and drive event, it's probably going to be Sick Week for me.
Sweet. We're going to tie up Sick Week and World Series same time again?
Yeah, like there's no questions asked. Winter Series is on the list. So
yeah. I'm already talking to Keith, dude.
There you go.
Like, I need to be all three, bud.
Me too.
Yeah.
Hey, get me in on that, by the way.
Yeah. Hey, I'm in. Yeah.
Hopefully not the circuit, King of the Open Road. I'm
Sweet.
I'm hoping I can be there. We have some stuff going on. I may not be able to make it, but I'm pushing really hard to be there for that. And then also I'm going to try and be at Six Smokies this year.
Awesome. I bought my plane tickets today for Six Smokies.
Ooh, boy. We'll
Yeah.
probably be driving.
And I'm bringing Melissa with me.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah. So we're
awesome.
going to fly in a couple days ahead of time and hang out in Nashville with Chris Wozniak and all the other folks that live there in Nashville, and then go down for a day or two and then come back.
Yeah, that's gonna be rad. Yeah, I hope to see you there, my friend.
Yeah, bring it on. I'm ready.
That'd be cool.
It's gonna be fun.
Is our official transmission builder of Drag Drive Repeat. At Performabuilt Transmissions, the goal is to engineer and build the toughest transmissions on the planet. Performabuilt doesn't just rebuild transmissions, they systematically re-engineer each model to eliminate OEM flaws and to achieve the highest levels of performance. That is why they say their transmissions are not just built, they are Performabuilt.
I wish I had enough vacation time to do Hot Rod Drag Week and Six Smokies, but I do not. I'm burning up all of my vacation time for Hot Rod Drag Week. That's the next drag and drive. The next race I'll be at will be with Johnny at the local track this weekend for Hot Summer Nights, which is Moken's biggest small tire race of the year. Bunch of heads-up cars, 10.5, X275, those style of radial cars. So it ought to be a good time.
Yeah, that's going to be nuts. I'll answer this one too. The next one for Eric and I is Hot Rods by Havlic's Fastest Streetcar Shootout. Dude, we've got like a 10 by 20 booth we're going to set up. We've got banners. We've got all kinds of cool stuff. We're going to be there. Getting a ton of content. I'm excited about that.
Big booth guy these years, huh?
Hey, listen, I figure it gives us an area we can plug in some stuff and edit throughout the day. So
absolutely. It's good to have a home base for sure. That's not just the media room.
Yeah, because I don't think they, maybe at Cordova they have a media room. I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to say media rooms are kind of iffy.
I'll give you guys a kind of fun little insight. Like media guys like this one or whatever. Like it's kind of funny. So as far as content shoots go, though, we had a content shoot with a credit union at a zoo today. I got to drive to Springs tomorrow to shoot blinds and wallpaper. We have another. So like those are like the types of things outside of automotive that like I love the car stuff, right? But those are the things that also pay the bills. So you just use that camera for anything you possibly can to go shoot and film.
Blinds and wallpaper, dude.
We have a blinds and wallpaper company, so yeah, like they want to run a different ad. So like I'm telling you, we film. I was trying to think what else we were filming. Oh, one of our guys, actually Elias, lost his shoes this week. R.I.P. to his shoes. He was out filming for a asphalt company and stepped in the prep and it smoked his shoes. So. Like the randomest stuff that we like. We're at a Nell spa that's getting ready to up. We were editing a video on that today. So like those are the things that, right, like as much as we do automotive and we love that and that's our core, it's also so crazy how you can potentially find some other things you may not love as much, but they may pay the bills and do some of that for you media guys that are gotta fill the gaps in between the weekends or the events and stuff like that. Like you never know, there might be a local company, or we may need. I kind of need somebody in Houston to go to a rug place and shoot content like almost daily or something like that. I don't know. We're still working on that. Like those are the randomest content things that we're like discussing every day. It's so wild. But you guys might find that interesting.
Yeah.
Chris, take a trip to Houston.
Yeah. What do you what do you shoot for rugs? Like people walking on? Man, I love this. You could really have some fun with all that.
So like crazy enough, like social media management running an ad for the asphalt guy. He did $100,000 worth of quotes in the last 30 days, like off of some social media stuff that we did. Like
wow.
You know what I mean? Like it's randomness stuff that like I didn't know if it would crush or not. And we were literally building graphics. We didn't even have great video for them yet. And this is just getting rolling. So yeah, like I literally showed up the other day and they were using the broom to sweep off a terrible looking parking lot. And that's what I shot photos of. So you try to make the Bobcat look really cool. You know what I mean?
One of the videos that Tulsa has that does so well, they were using the big roller brush to knock the water out after a rain at the track. Like it's race cars in the background and this big sweeper like going across the parking lot. And the video just crushes.
And that's the one that worked. Yep.
Yeah. Who knew? It's
usually the stuff going on behind you is the stuff that will go viral, like for whatever reason, right?
Yeah, 100%. Chris Legan here saying I have editing I got to get done. Appreciate him jumping in here tonight and spending the time. He said their next event is Michigan Miles for hard target images, so thanks to them coming on here tonight. I appreciate him doing that. Eric, lead us into some. I'm not very smart when it comes to stuff. The only reason I bought the big camera I have is because of 20x zoom. That's it. That's the only reason I bought it. Let's talk gear.
Yep. We'll kind of do what did you start with and what what do you use today? And we'll start up there with Jesse.
Bro, I'm a little self-conscious with my gear, to be honest, but that's okay. So I actually got them right here. I got my very first camera is my Nikon D5500, and it's still my backup camera. So like I kind of roll with it, and then I have a D7500 that's actually my main with a 24 to 120 f4. It's been a great rig. I am definitely looking at hopefully getting a new camera soon, and I am a little self-conscious about it because it's just like I roll in and all these guys have this really great gear, and I'm just like, man, I wish I had that. But at the same time, it's been really fun, and I've learned a lot with this stuff, and I'm excited to see where it will progress, and eventually we'll get there. So
Yeah, man, you're only going to turn up the wick on that stuff. I know you're working actively to keep adding to your arsenal, Jesse.
Yeah.
So love it, man. We shoot Sony, so Sony. So we have like an A7S3, A7 IV, a couple FX30s, but we'll have multiple content shoots sometimes. So we got. Unfortunately, I've had to buy almost two of everything because at some point two people want to shoot in content at two different places. So we love Sony, and then on the backside of that is we're big Apple people, from the phone to the MacBook, because it's so easy to take a photo, drop it to your computer, take a quick video, drop it to your computer, airdrop it, edit it real quick, and get it out. So as fast as we try to be, anything that helps us transfer the content as fast as possible, and to like, if we're trying to do 14, 15 posts in a day, like it all counts, and we try to take the friction out of that. So lots of Sony stuff. Lenses are a huge thing. I learn about them every time. Every time I buy one, I hate spending the money on it, but dang, does it make a difference. If you're shooting on Sony, we just picked up a 35 to 150 Tamron. I ran the crap out of it on Mega Week. By far my favorite lens. Like, it's so versatile. I can film stuff on the starting line, and I can even get down track enough. I can do some panning. If you guys are looking for something like that, that crushed it. So yeah, that's pretty much what we run with here.
That's awesome.
It's good to know because
Great
I
tip.
use the Sony. So
That lens is, man, it is a game changer. We've had all the whole Tamron 1728, 2870, 7200. That thing makes your life way easy.
definitely have to check that out.
And
Sure.
sorry, say that one more time. I'm typing it out right here. 70. It's a Tamron. What? 35 to 150. Is that what you said?
35 to 150, f2 to 2.8. So it is.
That's really low f-stop for that kind of focal length.
It's gangster. It's good. It's $1,800 though. It's not a fun
Yeah.
purchase, but it also saves you from buying like 3 lenses. So it's actually probably a better bang for the buck if you haven't already bought the other ones. And then like we did pick up one of the zoom cams, and that came in pretty handy for the drag and drive stuff, because man, it's hard to zoom down track and get that footage, to get the scoreboard in when they're working in the photo when you're trying to use your lens and your mirrorless. But yeah, it's all, I keep looking at more stuff, and every day you want to go buy more and make your life easier. But I will tell you, like, the equipment's only part of the game. You can have a far less camera, and if you're a gangster editor, you will crush somebody with a better camera. Do not let the equipment hold you back. Like, I promise, it will elevate your game, but if you're a gangster, you'll make it work.
Absolutely.
All right,
Daniel,
Daniel.
what about you?
Yeah, I'm on the Canon side of things, so I've had a Canon since I started, pretty much. So I did at one point calculate how much it cost me to switch to Nikon, and I didn't do it. It wasn't worth it. So
Once you're in, you're in. Yeah.
I'm still on Canon, but I mean, whatever you get used to and find easy to use, keep using it. I mean, the gear is just part of it. A good eye on things, it's pretty much the main thing you need to have. If you don't see a picture, you can't take the picture. That's the biggest thing I would say. People that ask me what camera is the best one, I always have the same answer, is that the one you have with you. That's the only camera that is the best one. If you don't have a camera with you, it doesn't make sense. I switched over to mirrorless like a year or two ago. I'm still debating if I like it or not, as I only take photos, but I'm still using the old lenses, so I have something in between there. I have all the way from 50 mil to 300, I think, and ×2 on that, so I can do zoom. And holding the 120 to 300 f2.8 is handheld. It's a good workout during the day.
Good for the curls.
Oh yeah, I actually went right after I bought the mirrorless camera for €6,500. I broke my arm in 3 places right after. like a month after. I wasn't even sure I could do photography anymore. So first thing I did when I took off the plaster was take up the camera and see if I still hold it. That worked. So I went to sick week, and that was a good training exercise, holding the camera for 5 days in a row.
I bet.
My arm good from that exercise on sick week.
Johnny, what about you, buddy?
Honestly, I can't remember my first. I know it was Canon. I can't remember the model, but I mean it was like a $400-$500 just kit camera and lens from Walmart, and then up to the circuit I was shooting with that, and then I was fortunate enough to get a 6D Mark II from Chris Story, and that really boosted my photos, and I got I think more into it than I was. And then up to I think a year and a half ago, I went straight into mirrorless and just bought a Canon R6, and then.
Nice.
Well as that, as I bought a 70-200 and a 24-70 to replace the kit lenses that I was using.
I would say those two lenses are the ones you should go for the first thing you do, because those are the go-to lenses for everything. You can do pretty much all the photography with those two.
What about you, Gary?
When I started the YouTube journey, I set out with a goal to get monetized with no equipment whatsoever, just a cell phone. So I want to say it took me 5 months that I got monetized with a cell phone. And I told my wife, I said, like, the second I get monetized, I'm buying gear. Just because I wanted to be like a cinematic shooter and stuff like that. So literally, as I was waiting for the monetization paperwork to come in, I had bought a Sony a7 IV, an RS3 Pro gimbal, DJI mics, and all that stuff. So I still have all of that in as almost as a backup set now. So I find nowadays I always want to travel with 2 cameras just in case something ever happens to the camera I'm shooting with. I have a backup, right? Because you don't want to get caught without a camera. So I ended up buying this year a new Sony a7R5, which is one of the latest and greatest ones out or whatever. It's got AI auto tracking and stuff like that in it, which is pretty cool. And so yeah, so DJI mic 2s, I carry 2 sets of mics with me everywhere I go, just in case I once again have an issue with one of them. I got backup mics with me. Carry backups of everything, to be honest, but all Sony stuff. Sigma 24-70 2.8 lens, Samyang 85mm prime 1.4, just all kinds of different stuff, really.
Chris knows about bringing backup stuff.
Well,
Like when you go to jump a wall.
listen, I ate shit 2 times ever. Both times were on camera. It's cool. Oh man, no, big Canon guy. Also, really fast, Gary. I want to say I love your videos, dude. I love the cinematic twist you do to them. So
Bro.
you killed it.
Look,
You did exactly what you wanted to do.
the intros Gary does over the top.
Man.
The whole video's great, but dude, I guarantee you spend 6 or 8 hours on the intro itself, on a 3-minute intro, and then another 20 hours on the video.
Well,
Man,
yeah.
Sorry, go
I was
ahead,
gonna say
Gary.
probably another 30 or 40 hours on the video, but yeah, you're up there.
Well, I love that he makes a racer the commentator throughout the video. It's so man, it's a lot of fun to watch. Back to answer the question, big huge Canon guy, big huge Canon nerd. I've shot Canon forever. I love the colors. I would trade Sony sharpness for Canon colors any day of the week, and we could fight about it after the show. But yeah, no, I have an old trusty dusty 5D Mark IV, which is my absolute favorite camera ever. And I don't know why. It's a dinosaur. I think it's just because it has a huge sensor, and everything you take, if you blow it up into a giant poster or whatever, it's just tack sharp everywhere, and it's slow, I just love that camera. And then the other camera I run is a Canon R6. I don't love that camera very much, I'm going to be honest, but it gets the job done. And the lenses, I rock a ton of different lenses, but my 2 go-tos are the Canon 24-70 and Canon 70-200. You just kind of have every bit of focal length that you need in those. But when I'm trying to get real stylish, I'll usually pop on any one of my array of prime lenses from 35 all the way to 105.
Hey, Chris, I have a quick question for you. Didn't you once run an R3? Did you have an R3 for a while?
Yeah, for a bit. I like that camera. It was just it was expensive, and I liked living in my house more, if that makes any sense. I had to sell it to pay for rent, but
Nice.
it happens, It is what it is.
I was just curious. I didn't know where those landed between the R6 and the R3, which one you preferred and that sort of thing.
Oh, the R3 by far, and I actually had the chance to shoot on an R1 recently, and it was, I mean, that's the camera to buy if you have that kind of money to drop on a camera. It is ridiculous what that thing can do. And so same thing with the R3. The R3 was great. It did a bunch of really unnecessary things for me. Like the 30 frames per second is mostly unnecessary. I mean, it's cool if you're trying to capture like a baby wheelie or whatever, but I think that's why I like the 5D Mark IV a ton, is it doesn't have all of the crazy features that the newer cameras does. It's just a super rock solid camera. You put your settings in and you click the button and it takes a fantastic photo almost every time.
They actually updated the firmware, so now you can do 195 pictures a second.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I don't want to look through that.
Although only in 0.2 seconds, so.
Yeah, that's wild. Even the
It would
R6
take to edit all that.
I'm gonna try that sometimes, not raw.
Yeah, I don't even want to look through that many photos from like 1 second. Like the R6 does like 20, and I shot rollers on it one time, and I'm like, okay, that looks the same. That looks the same. These all look the damn same. I'm just gonna pick the first one that's in focus. Yeah, and also like Daniel was saying, like camera gear is a very on the photo side, at least. On the video side, you kind of need to drop some coin on some good stuff. But on the photo side, it's such a small piece of the puzzle. I mean, composure is a ton of it, and I mean the camera really isn't. I mean, it's a tool, but it's not. It doesn't define the art form, in my opinion.
I had a friend that had a pocket camera, and he did amazing things with that small pocket camera.
Absolutely.
I mean, he blew my pictures out of the water every single time.
Yeah, and that was stuff that I was telling Johnny, like when I gave him that camera, like the 6D Mark IV is not a great action camera. It's actually it's a pretty decent portrait camera. So to take it and to do action photos with it, like I intentionally gave him that camera on purpose because I knew he had an eye for it, and I knew if he could master that camera, if he got into anything else, like he was just gonna crush the game. So just to really focus on your composition and having the correct settings in it and getting the editing good, so that way he wasn't using the camera as a crutch.
Finding the settings quickly, and I turn this way, now I turn this way, and the settings need to be something different, so you need to know everything on your fingers directly. So
absolutely,
that's the main thing I would say. Learn the camera.
That was one thing whenever I first started, like way back, I first started YouTube. I went to PRI, and I think this was in like 2018, 2019, and I got to do an interview with Larry Chen at that point, and I was asking him, what the most important thing that he had and just advice that he had for somebody getting into it. And what he said was, use what you have and use the money that you would use to that to get to events. And the more that you're out shooting, the more you're going to learn, the better you're going to get faster. And I took that to heart, and that's what I've been trying to do, and it's been fun.
Yeah. So if you can do great things with bad cameras, you can do good, really good things with good cameras. That's a way. That's a good way to learn.
Tim, what do you shoot with, buddy?
Right now, I have a 5D Mark IV. I will agree with Chris. It is a dinosaur, but it is a trusty dinosaur. It works every time. The only time it doesn't work is when I mess something up. But I started in Canon with a pocket camera where the lens is actually attached to the camera. It wasn't interchangeable. That's what kind of bit the bug for me to go out and buy a DSLR with the interchangeable lenses. And I think that was 60D, and I rocked that for years. I think up until I bought my 5D Mark IV, and I bought my 5D Mark IV in 2020. So
tell them about that nice new lens you have.
Nice new lens I have?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that 70-200 that I have. Because I don't even want to talk about it. No, I did. I set my camera down, and the 70-200 that I had before was a Sigma 70-200, and I've legitimately had it for probably, I think I bought it in 2013. So I've had it for a while, and I set it down like an idiot instead of hanging it off myself with my camera strap, and it fell off of the guardrail and broke. So I bought a Canon 70-200 Mark II, and I love the snot out of it. I wish I'd have bought Canon years ago when I bought that Sigma. The Canon's just a little bit quicker, but age. It's not the first time it had hit the ground, so like when it broke, I wasn't surprised. It sucked spending the money on a new new lens, but it was a much needed upgrade for sure. So I use the 70 to 200 a lot. The kit 24 to 105. I love the snot out of it. I use it a bunch, and then occasionally it's actually right behind my head, sitting on top of my sub box, but it's a Sigma 60 to 600, and it's real fun on like the top end of things, the top end of tracks, getting the parachute shots and stuff like that. But it is a weighty beast. I bought it kind of off of a whim. Somebody was selling it used. And I was like, yeah, that'll be fun. It's not fun wielding it after about 30 minutes. It's definitely an arm workout for sure.
Well, so that's really why you started working out and losing the weight, was to carry that big lens around.
Yeah, I weighed it one time because we were outside of the drag race stuff. I do astrophotography, which is stars and planets and nebula and all of that kind of stuff. And we weighed it to see if it would, with my camera, come in under the weight limit of my buddy's Star Tracker, and it does not. It, with the camera and the battery grip, is something like 20 or 25 pounds. Like it's ridiculous,
bro.
Golly.
Yeah, it's
wonder
stupid.
You're a hoss. What you got?
Because I got addicted to the gym.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt or anything like that. I know, Michael, I don't know if you're wondering what we all use just for your own sake or like for your own knowledge. I just wanted to add in that for the sake of video with drag racing content, I honestly don't feel like there is the perfect fit for one said camera. Like, I know a lot of guys like my cinematic work and stuff like that, but I'll tell you straight up, using a mirrorless, like I'm on a 24 to 70 lens or whatever, I can't hit the boards for the life of me. So like I always try to edit in post-production, but a lot of times, like when you're trying to scale in, you get blurry boards or just don't get a clear shot top end, where that video camera you're saying that you bought with the 20 times like digital zoom or whatever is the actual appropriate answer for technically filming drag passes and like getting the boards and stuff like that. You just can't use that, in my opinion. You can't use it. It's harder to use that video camera to like try to get like, say, some of that cinematic, like close, slow pans of wheels and this and that and whatever else.
100%. Yeah, I definitely feel like that camera does what it needs to, which is follow the car down the track and get the board. It does that great. It's just, man, me and that son of a bitch.
There's so much work in that video stuff. I bought a gimbal last week and used my cell phone last weekend at the track, and I was like, I don't know how to. I felt like a child. I was like, I don't know how to operate any of this stuff.
Yeah, and I think it goes back to what Daniel said. Whatever you've got in your pocket, right?
Huh?
Nope, sorry. Yeah, I think what Daniel said's right. Like whatever you've got's the right one. You just got to figure out.
Oh yeah, yeah. It just takes time to learn it for sure.
Go with what you have and learn from that, and add to that whenever you feel that you found the limit of what you have.
For sure. Definitely that.
If you keep liking it, expand on what you have.
Yeah, I just gotta get like how to operate the gimbal and make it do what I want it to do and all of that stuff. So yeah, there's definitely a learning curve and an uphill battle to the video side of things, coming from just a photo guy that was like, hey, let's buy a gimbal and do photos or video stuff.
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough because like as we all grow, we're trying to like provide more stuff, and then we see some shit like what Gary does, and we're like, I want to do that. Stuff like that. Oh man, what Jesse does, I'm like, oh crap. So you just keep grabbing attachments and all that kind of stuff. Well, I've got one last question, then we'll wrap this up. So what should newbies know before getting into shooting drag and drive?
Just get out and do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, grab a camera and come on, ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions, because everybody that you share the wall with will definitely provide you with help in their capacity, as what they know and stuff that works for them. And just don't be afraid to try new stuff.
We don't bite.
Yeah, we don't bite that hard.
People. That's the main thing.
I think Chris might stab, but he doesn't bite.
Right.
Definitely stab. Oh man.
What I think, I guess, for some advice would be to get ready to not sleep if you're going to do a drag and drive. Be ready to stay up for about a week straight. That's a good pointer. And then you can't be everywhere at once, and that's a struggle. So pick your battles, be in the positions you want, and always go up and say hi to people with cars. And I should be better at that. I want to be better at that. But build those relationships with those people, and they'll lean into what you're doing. doing, and they will help you get the shot. Or if you ask them to open the door, shut the door, or, whatever, they're all about it. So, and that might just help what you want, and that gets you your shot. So, and then just put as much of it out as possible. Literally put as much content out as possible. Get as many eyeballs on your thing. Put some watermarks on there, but tell people who you are.
That's
And the main thing, have fun.
Yeah,
Most
definitely.
everybody does
Above
a
all
good
else,
job
have fun.
No doubt.
Definitely, yeah, get yourself out there. A big tip: don't overshoot. Shoot, but don't overshoot, because then you have to pay the piper of that.
It doesn't need to be in high
Understanding that,
plus
that's
all the
great.
time. What?
Try to focus on
I
one or
am
two things.
tricky.
Maybe during one day, test something else, and the next day, and some stuff like that.
Yeah, trigger
Don't-
control.
Don't try to be everywhere. I tried that. It doesn't work. I want to.
Yeah,
but
extras. Yeah, there's that fear of missing out though. You're like, man, if I'm over here in the pits, like I might miss something on the track. I get it. I've been that way for a lot of years because I'm like, well, I got to be here and there and this way and that way, and yeah, like you said, you end up missing out on more stuff trying to be everywhere at once.
Yeah.
I think my biggest thing is to say, like, don't feel like you have to be at the track the entire time, because if you wait around at the track to shoot until you finish racing, you ain't getting stuff on the street. So leave early from the track, get what you need to at the track, leave early, get out there on the road, and that's where you're going to enjoy it, because there's so many opportunities for different shots that not everybody else has, right? Like, everybody's going to have that shot of from the starting line or from the wall shooting back at the starting line. That launch picture looks great, that's what everybody's expecting. But whenever you get out on the road, you can compose some really cool stuff, and you can get creative, and that's where you can start shining.
Yeah, the street
if
stuff
you-
too. Like when you run into those situations where you can compose the shot, you're the only person taking that shot. When you're against the wall and there's 6 other guys there, 6 people have the same shot. So it's whoever's going to get it up first. But if you have that one shot from the road that nobody else has, I think that's what makes it special about the definitely on the road stuff.
And you get to put your flair, your expression of art into it, because you get to make that composition. You get to find that cool spot. You get to add to it and subtract. You can do whatever you want there, and not everybody else is going to have it.
I would say if you're new to track photography or being on the track and being at in the starting line or something like that, talk to the track people, see where they want you, tell them that you're there. They know if something should happen.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they are only people also. It is a dangerous place to be.
Yeah, there's definitely a danger to it. So yeah, definitely get with the track officials. That way they know who you are, and you're not just like, hey, who's that random guy? Like, talk to people, build that relationship with the track people, and then you can, once you know the track people, then you can kind of have fun. And once you have an understanding of like, this is not a good spot to be, or this is a great, like this produces great shots, then you can kind of have that freedom. But yeah, definitely get with the track people first, and let them know who you are, build that relationship, and then have fun from there.
If you are in the braking area taking the shoot photos, talk to the rescue people so they know that you are there. So
yeah,
there will happen things also. So and it goes sideways quickly. So
yeah. Make sure you got an exit plan. Stay on your feet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, don't be laying down on the big end. That's not a good option.
No.
Camera guy never dies, dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's fine.
Wasn't there one last week or something? Most.
As you starfish through the air like Patrick. camera guy never dies. Yeah, sure.
He's gonna be hurt after that one.
While trying to jump walls, though. Take note of that.
Stop.
Yeah, don't jump over puddles either. I figured out the hard way that jumping over puddles and landing in wet grass is not fun.
Yeah.
Thank God Johnny didn't have his camera in his hand, or there'd be photos on the internet of me busting my ass at the track.
I got ones of you flipping me off, sleeping. I don't know what to add.
Hey, whoa. Yeah, Jesse got one of me eating. So like, I'll remember that, Jesse. Hopefully you're on drag week. I'll be looking for you.
Dude, I'll be there. I'll be there.
That's awesome. All right, y'all, we gotta cut this. Listen, thank you all for coming tonight. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, dude.
We really appreciate this, spending the time out here. I mean, we've been on 2 hours. You guys got stuff to do. I'm sure edit videos and photos and get get ready for your next trip and all that kind of stuff. So just wanted to say thanks again. So
I
I'll
don't know
run
about all
through
that.
everybody real quick. So Jesse Fox, 3G Video, make sure you guys are following them. James Shower at High Speed Media and Build Tune Race. Daniel Johansson, you find him on Facebook. Johnny Allen Media over here. We got Gary at that track channel. We got Chris Murray Photo. We got Tim over here with Go Fast
Yeah.
Photography, wherever you're at over here.
I'm still here. It's just kind of dark in the truck
Yeah.
at the parking lot of the gym. So there's
Right.
that.
Yeah, people are inside watching you out there like, what's that guy doing? He left. He was supposed to leave 2 hours ago.
Yeah, he left 2 hours ago. He's still sitting in the parking lot.
Right.
I still gotta go in and finish my workout.
That's awesome. My right-hand man, Eric White, you guys can find him here, Drag Driver Pete on and Motorsports Paparazzi and 815 LSX Swaps. So I'm gonna kick everybody off except Eric, but you're gonna be backstage, so hang out for just a minute. But we got to shut this show down.
We appreciate you
I got
guys.
I got the
Man.
LSX swap keychain deal. Still got it.
Dude, this is a bunch putting all these people backstage.
Need like an eject all button.
Yeah, eject those seat, cuz. Y'all listen, thank you for hanging out tonight. I appreciate everybody doing this. It's been kind of cool to talk with these guys. I mean, these are like for real pros in the game. You know, these guys been out here taking hundreds of thousands of shots and just continue to help learn, you know, continue to help us push ourselves to the next level. And the great thing about doing this is we're helping document people's lives. I mean, it's really what the story is behind the scenes, is how we can provide that for people. We're telling stories that people generally wouldn't have that opportunity to be told. So, or we're catching a piece of content that they wouldn't have otherwise without us. So again, thank you to all those guys for being on. We'll put their stuff down in the show notes and links to their pages and all that kind of stuff. So again, thanks everybody for being our race car friends. We appreciate all the comments tonight. Everybody's been great. We appreciate the support so much. And you know, a couple weeks ago we passed 100,000 total followers. It still just blows my mind. It's kind of surreal to think that there's that many people that pay attention to what we do here at Drag Driver Pete. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for being a part of what we do here at the program. And I promise we have something working that's huge. It's very, very big for the Drag and Drive community. So I'm really excited about what we've got going on behind the scenes. And it's taken months and been hard at it for a while. So this is going to be kind of fun. Thank you so much to our sponsors that make all of this possible. You know, without them, we can't do the travel. We can't go to stuff like Six Smokies and Hot Rods by Havlik and Six Summer and Mega Week and host the circuit and do all that kind of stuff that we do to kind of help push the Drag and Drive community forward. You know, that's one of our biggest things here. So we want to just continue to show show kindness to all of the racers that are out there. Every racer that takes up a Drag and Drive banner, we want to help them push that, and these sponsors can help us do that. So Summit Racing, Deechworks, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cams, J-Wire Solutions, Performer Built Transmissions, Car Chains 3D, Power Tube TV, WAF Racing, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk Classifieds. Guys, if you're trying to do some shopping, hit them up. And then on the next episode, dude, I'm so pumped. I'm driving up to Havlik's next Wednesday, and so I'm going to be on site in Cordova to do the show next week. Eric will be at home getting his last bit of stuff packed so we can spend a crazy weekend together. I'm kind of excited about being on site. I talked to Jess Havlik today, making sure that they're going to be there that afternoon. He's like, oh, dude, we're getting here Tuesday to start setting everything up. So it's going to be nuts. We're going to have those guys in, and you better believe I'm going to be hitting up some of the other Drag and Drive racers that are in the parking lot on Wednesday to see if we can get them onto the show and just kind of have another, round table discussion of what this is. Because I think it would be fun to have some folks from the early episodes or the early years of those, fastest street car reunion stuff or fastest street car shootout stuff come on and talk about those, and then how it grew into obviously what it is today. And then the episode after that, episode 117, is Bill Alexander of Drag Drive Driven Racing Oil. He's going to be on talking about all the stuff that they do with racing oil and everything that they got going on over at Driven and how they got involved in all of this Drag and Drive lifestyle. So we'll be we got 2 weeks packed of stuff to come up with.
Yep. And thanks to everybody that placed orders already. We got a bunch of orders tonight for the parking lot beer shirt. Remember, 1 week ends next Thursday. So if you want to get on that pre-order, head over to the website. And thank you to everybody that had already done it. And we will see you guys Saturday morning.
Yep. Later. Dude, awesome. That's cool. You already
Performabuilt